yogis, Larissa here, and Britt. She is going to be our lovely model today to help us talk about shoulders and arms. So the pose of the month, it's not really a pose, it's just arms up. So we're going to kind of go through the difference between when your arms are in the hang position, like this, versus when your arms are at 90 degrees, versus when your arms are all the way up. So your shoulder blade is in a wildly different position in all of those things, and we'll just kind of play with that a little bit. So for starters, usually when we reach up, we reach forward and up. So you can go ahead and bring your arms back down. When she reaches forward and up like that, she's utilizing her chest muscles and also, thank you for being such a good sport, this front part of her shoulder. So that's a great thing to activate. We need that for high planks and many things we do in yoga. But if you're always only reaching up one way, you're always only strengthening one set of muscles. So I'm going to have Britt turn to the side. Another way that you can reach up is instead of reaching straight forward and utilizing the front part of your muscle, shoulder muscle, to utilize the side part of your muscle and a slightly different part of your back muscles, she's going to reach out to the side and then up. So just that reaching out to the side is activating a different part of the shoulder group, a different part of the back muscle group. Go ahead and come down again. And then this last variation is an amazing complement to all of the chaturangas and stuff that we do in yoga. She's actually going to spin her palms. Notice how her chest opens a little, all of the muscles on her back are activating, some of these small rotator cuff muscles are starting to activate. She's going to keep reaching back, and then when she can't reach back anymore, then she's going to start to spiral and reach up. That is a really great way to engage your upper back as opposed to mostly utilizing the front of your body. And we'll show you what that looks like from the halfway lift position. Go ahead and forward fold. So we usually rise up either from a forward fold or from a halfway lift, but I'm just going to have Britt take a halfway lift. I just called her Brett. From this halfway lift position, most of the time we have a tendency to reach our arms forward. Go ahead and start reaching that way. So this forward position is only activating the top of her shoulder and the front of her body. Go ahead and come back again. Instead, she's going to reach back first, and as she rotates her palms out to the side and then starts to stand up, you can go ahead and stand up and reach up at the same time. That is a lot more back body work. Did you feel that, Brett?
Yes.
Yes, lots more back body work. So last thing that we're going to look at is a couple of different shoulder engagement pieces from the lifted position. I'm going to have Britt turn all the way to the back. You can relax your arms for right now. So from this relaxed position, your shoulder blades just kind of hang out in the position they're comfortable in. As she starts to reach out to the side here, and she puts her palms down, this is kind of like a warrior two position. Your shoulder blades are still in a similar position to when your arms are down by your sides. The moment she reaches up above parallel, her shoulder blades are going to start to wing out to the side a little. Now that her arms are above parallel, there's a couple of different things that you guys can play around with. So go ahead and reach all the way up. Once she gets to the top, she spins her fingers towards each other. You might be able to notice, go ahead and spin your fingers away. And then spin toward. Notice how she gets a little bit more space right in here when she spins her fingers towards each other. So palms towards each other gives a little bit space in the neck here. The other thing to think about is most of the time we're talking about pulling shoulders down so that your neck has some space. However, in this lifted position, if she reaches up through her ring fingers and allows her shoulder blades to lift up and out a little bit, yes, it raises her shoulders up, but she also has a lot more length all the way through the side of her body. And once she's in that lifted position, she can also engage these muscles right here and pull her shoulder blades down a little. So it's kind of a balance between a long reach up, but then also re-engaging back down. All of this stuff puts you in a really strong position if you want to hop forward or if you want to handstand or anything like that. So this position that we spend a decent amount of time in yoga class is actually training your body how to support weight through your hands when you go upside down. So instead of just reaching up, and you just reach up 1,000 times a class, start to pay attention to how you're reaching up. Are you only activating the front of your shoulders, or can you also re-engage through the back of your body? Nice job, right? You can relax. And your arms up one time. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to look at is Britt is going to play around with a hop forward. You can face that way. So she's going to set up for down dog. And then in this position, your arms are overhead, your hands are bearing a lot of weight. The only thing to consider here, well, okay, there's a million things to consider here. The one thing that we're gonna talk about right now is if you have a lot of flexibility, you probably are able to press your chest back towards your knees fairly easily. But you don't always have to do that. If you want to work on your float forward, you might actually pull forward a little bit and then rotate your upper arm bones out. That's the same shoulder blade action that we just looked at in the arms reaching up. So that position is helping stabilize her shoulder as she starts to put weight into her shoulders. So a little bit of rotation of her arm bones, because she can't move her hands, she can't roll her hands in towards each other. She's now moving her arm bones. Now she's going to pull all of her body weight forward. She's going to start to stack her shoulders over her wrists. And then you'll probably notice she tiptoed in a little bit with her feet as she did so. Now that she's stacked here, she's in a little bit different position than arms overhead, but it's the same kind of shoulder engagement. It's the same muscular movement. She's going to hop forward. She's going to try to just lift her hips up so that she's stacking her hips, her shoulders, her wrists, everything is stacked. And I'm right here to help her. Go ahead and hop whenever you're ready. Nice. Nice. You can go ahead and relax. So that position of the shoulders, nice job. That position of the shoulders that she was just playing with, you can relax, I'll sit down with you.
Yeah.
As she was reaching up and you guys could see her lovely strong shoulder blades, it's not about just reaching up to get your arms up. Yes, it's beneficial to just move, but it's also what are you doing with the reach up? Can you engage the back of your body a little bit more so that when you go to support your body weight with your hands and your shoulders, the muscles know what to do. You've got a little bit of muscle memory in there to work with, so the hop forward becomes a little bit more consistent, a little bit more able to bear weight. So if you have any questions with any of that, ask us. We'll be in the studio. We'd love to talk about yoga.